In life, we all have moments when we feel lost, disoriented, and seem unable to go further. But remember, you've gone too far to give up. The difficulties and trials are not the ends, but the steps on the path of adulthood and self-discovery. Imagine each day as a new opportunity for you to find yourself again, to discover the wonderful things within you that you may have forgotten. Come with me to explore how to find yourself again, to give you the confidence and motivation you need to continue on your journey. Because you've gone too far to go back, and success is waiting for you in front of you. Every time I look at someone, I pose the question, "Tell me what Nike stands for, dude," I said. "Oh, Inc., that's so simple," they said. "Simply carry it out." "Tell me what Adidas stands for," I said. "It's so simple, Inc., you know that." "Not possible. It is insignificant." "Tell me what you stand for," I said. "Do people think of excuses when they look at you? Do people see victory in you when they look at you? Do people think you're the kind of person who will offer me everything when they look at you? Not sometimes, but each and every day." Additionally, it won't be based on my feelings, because I believe we can all agree that none of us would accomplish much if we just worked on the days when we felt like it. I'm referring to the true degree of commitment, not the kind that only happens if everything goes according to plan. I'm talking about the kind of commitment that says, I'll stick to my word long after I've established the mood in his life. See, ladies and gentlemen, the majority of people are unstoppable. Most individuals. Telling them no is all that is required. All you need to do is put them through inconvenience. All you need to do is give them a hard time. See, don't consider that when you go to achieve your objective. All you need to do is believe positively, and everything will fall into place. You are sending a telegraph to Murphy's Law to come see you in person when you go after your objective. You believe that all you would need to do is wake up, have a dream, and walk into the sunset, as if to say, dream, boom. That is not how it operates. After having a dream, life gives you a boost. Life asks you, do you really want this? With a pump, are you truly interested in this? Are you truly interested in this? Your cousins will desert you. People you used to hang out with will think you're a flappy and won't want to deal with you. I paid too much, but that's part of it. When I felt like killing myself, I would have given up in that deserted building if I had intended to end my life. My voice told me to give up when I heard it. Your mama and your daddy don't want you. End your life. I overcame that. Why then am I going to give up over F on a grave? Come on, I'm telling you guys that you've come too far to give up at this point. You've made too much investment to give up now. To give up now would be to lose too much. Don't cry about it. Don't be a complainer. Earn a prize for your suffering. I completed all I started because I was dedicated to it. It created a particular kind of spirit. It developed a particular mindset. It produced a particular kind of person. I was therefore unable to give up even if I wanted to. If I wanted to stop, I couldn't. I was expending too much sweat equity in all I did in my life. About to give up right now. You need to go around again. You really should give it another go because you never know. This could be the one. You're so exhausted that you can't stop. You can't give up because it damages your feelings. You need to go around again. Proceed to walk, proceed to walk, proceed to walk. You will succeed. You're going to carry it out. There's an unquenchable fire. Go ahead, do another lap. Continue on, continue walking. I'm over being me. Change starts when you say to yourself, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. No more justifications. That's when you're ready to say these things. Give up making excuses. I have never encountered an unsuccessful individual who lacked a high degree of self-control in their lives. Success requires self-control, performance, the ability to maintain order in your life, the ability to honor agreements and commitments, and the ability to meet deadlines. Nobody can afford to live a life that is essentially dictated by their emotions or one that is ruled by someone else. It was years ago that I discovered there are two types of people. Some people say they will wait till they feel like it before acting on their desires. There are many who argue that they must do the task in order to feel motivated to do so. If someone waits to sense the time to act, they will never accomplish anything. The other responds, no, I have to move so that I can start feeling the moment. If you want to get things done in your life and mind, Sonia, self-control is a must. So this weekend, I have a challenge for each and every one of you. The task is easy. As you spend your weekend, which is sometimes an easier period of the week, hopefully, Ask yourself if you are leading a disciplined life. Do I act on my responsibilities because I have to, or am I merely holding off to savor the moment? Live by this quote if you don't already know it. There is no greater or lesser mastery than self-mastery. It's Leonardo da Vinci. Da Vinci's life produced incredible feats. With mine, I intended to achieve equally incredible things. And if that's the kind of game we play, where I build my belief system and decide at any given time to believe something that will actually find its way into my actions and empower me to do things that I was not able to do before, then it will be similar to the scene in The Matrix, where Neo discovers he is a master of Kung Fu. And even though it's humorous, that's basically how I view life. Finding out how many useful skills I can learn, and then putting those skills to use in the service of something bigger than myself seems to me to be the core goal of existence. The first thing you should do is to quit comparing yourself to other people. Rather, concentrate on being the finest possible version of yourself. When you reach your peak performance, you'll realize that you should be seated at the same large table as everyone else. Now, understanding how to communicate is the next step after realizing that you have every bit as much right as everyone else to achieve. You need to learn how to speak fluently in the language of achievement. Thus, you speak it fluently. Be in the company of people who have achieved their goals and surround yourself with an achievement-oriented culture. He stated that having family members pray with a man or woman as they pass away is the best scenario for them to be in. But picture yourself, if you will, standing around your bed when you are facing the death penalty. The specter of your dreams, thoughts, skills, and gifts bestowed upon you by life, and that you never pursued that desire for whatever reason. You never put those thoughts into practice. You never made use of those abilities, those gifts. And here they are, around your bed, shouting, "We came to you, and only you could have given us life," while glaring at you through big irate eyes. We now have to pass away eternally with you. And the question is, what hopes, concepts, abilities, writings, music, leadership, and voices will pass away with you if you pass away today? The world's richest location is not in the 4 East, where there is oil on the ground, according to renowned Orton speaker Miles Monroe. In South Africa, the diamond mining region. The graveyard, he claimed, is the richest site on earth, because magnificence we have never seen exists there. Talent, brilliance, and unrealized potential can all be found there. Oh God, perhaps that is the reason Henry David Thoreau composed those lines. To arrive at the brink of demise, just to find that you've never actually lived. Maybe that's why the words were written by an unidentified author. What happens if you live your entire life only to find out it was incorrect? Thought it was improper for you to be picked for a different task and not complete it? Please repeat that to me. Live large, die poor. Please carry some notes and other items with you. And I want you to consider your aspirations and goals within the 3 previously indicated areas: individual, occupational, and societal involvement. How many of you take your aspirations and ambitions seriously? Please raise your hands. Many thanks for it. What number of you would not want to carry your dreams into the afterlife? Please raise your hands. Excellent. Shake hands with people to your left and right. Say, "Get out of your head and step into your greatness," while looking them in the eyes. Just do that now, please. Say, "Leave your head behind and embrace your greatness." Please put this in writing. As you consider your objectives and aspirations, let's say this out. It is conceivable. Please, together, sure, put that in writing. See, ladies and gentlemen, I have 20 years of experience as an entrepreneur. I am 21 years old. I spent 14 years living in my own thoughts, even though I could have been speaking and training for 34 years. I stopped myself for a period of 14 years. I used to go see Zig Ziglar, who is, in my opinion, the world's greatest motivational speaker. Tony Robbins and Zig Ziglar, they are the world's best. Proctor, they are the world's best. Jack Canfield and Mark Haveckert, Victor Hansen. I would visit them, after which I would depart, and I had a talk with myself about it. I can accomplish that, my heart would declare. My thoughts would then wonder, how? Les Brown, how would you accomplish that? You see, I was diagnosed as EMR in the 5th grade and given the labels of educable and mentally retarded. Relegated from the 5th grade to the 4th, I experienced another setback in the 8th grade. Despite my lack of college education, a man whose name I will never forget transformed my life. Leroy Washington, Mr. He is now blind from glaucoma and in his 80s. However, he offered me a new perspective on who I am while I waited for another student in his lesson. "Young man, go to board and work this out for me," he remarked as he entered. "Oh, sir, that's not something I can do." "Why not?" he asked. I said that I'm not. "Look at me," one of your students stated. "Indeed, sir. Proceed to the board and solve the issue in any case." I answered, "It's not possible, sir." "Why?" he asked. I said, "Sir, because I'm mentally retarded and educated. I attend a specialized school." The pupils then burst out laughing. "That's Leslie," they said. "That isn't who Wesley is. He is DT. The intelligent twin is Wesley." "What does DT stand for?" he asked. I said, "Sir, I'm the dumb twin." And he emerged from behind his desk, laughing at me as the students did. "Don't ever say that again," he said, glancing at me. "You don't have to accept someone else's perception of you as true." He gazed at me with the eyes of Goethe, who once exclaimed, "Look at a man!" As much as I was humiliated by this, I was also freed. He only gets worse in his current state, however. Observe him as though he were what he could be. Then he realizes his true potential. Consequently, our relationship blossomed. One last thing I can say to you as you consider your objectives and aspirations is that in an honest and moral manner, we can all agree that if someone has ever achieved their dream, then so can I, provided I live mine. And I made a mistake in what I did. As I considered my objectives and aspirations, I asked myself, how will you do that? I moved from my heart to my mind, where I remained for 14 years. 14 years. I cannot go back those 14 years. Those bygone years are behind us, and I've made it my life's work to assist others, to stop putting things off and putting things off. How many times have you considered doing something you wanted to accomplish but put it off? You dissuaded yourself from doing it. Please raise your hand. There is a saying that states the adversary outside cannot harm us if there is no enemy within. Therefore, while you consider your aspirations and goals on a daily basis, we need to persuade ourselves that they are achievable. Every course, seminar, book, speaker, and event I've ever attended has challenged the self-perception I had of myself. As you go about your daily life, everything you do matters. Looking back at my life at 63, I realize that everything counts. T. Harper is correct. Everything you do is based on how you do anything. And I came to see that the decisions I was making were determined by my perception of myself. Together, let's state that it is essential. Put that in writing. It's essential. You need to have a plan and a strategy in place to alter the narrative you tell yourself when you consider your aspirations and ambitions. And that's a continuous procedure. Like many others, I have come to realize that our self-perception influences our actions, accomplishments, and output. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, reads a favorite book of mine. I therefore came to the realization that I was leaving one story behind and entering a new one as I started to work on myself. There are still some things that I am unaware of, even as I am becoming more conscious of them. Thus, I continue. I'm still developing. I'm still growing. I relate to the woman who stated, "Thank God I showed that I'm not what I was, even though I'm not what I want to be or what I'm going to be." However, I came to the realization that you need to regularly work on yourself and record this for mental health, for endurance and mental attitude, since things will happen to you. I'm not convinced. I think that first of all, a lot of people are like me, which is why I think most individuals go to their graves with their talents, abilities, and skills intact. They were unaware of that. They believed they knew, but they didn't. I was misled into believing that I knew myself better than I actually did. I've learned that other individuals have the ability to sometimes take you somewhere inside of yourself that you are unable to go alone. Another factor is that I was terrified. I have never held a position at a large company. I desired to speak on behalf of businesses. Since I don't have a college degree, I was worried that I would be discovered. My lack of a college education made me feel inferior. I let that degree of anxiety and failure deter me. Furthermore, I figured that I couldn't accomplish it because I've never done it before. Instead of thinking that I possessed something unique, I was immobilizing myself by accepting and believing the limiting aspect of who I was. You possess a unique quality. You have an action that you wish to take. It doesn't imply you can't learn just because you don't know how to accomplish anything. Something I heard appeals to me. It's not necessary to be exceptional to begin, but it is necessary to begin in order to excel. Please repeat after me. Take off and spread your wings. See the 2% of individuals who will live their dreams as you descend. These are the folks. And put this in writing. Learn to take chances. They can take chances. They don't care if they fail. They don't mind if they make errors. They're prepared to face life head on. Put life in the collar. According to Viscode, you cannot grow if you are not willing to take risks. You can't become your best self if you can't evolve. You cannot be happy if you are unable to reach your full potential. And what else is there if happiness is out of your reach? I agree with Helen Keller's remarks. Life is brief and full of surprises, she declared. Prioritize eating the dessert. Greetings, friends. Although it's not an easy path, discovering who you are is the most worthwhile one you can go on. You deserve success and happiness because you've overcome numerous obstacles and endured trying times. Remind yourself that every obstacle you overcome makes you smarter and stronger. So resist the need to let hardships break you. Start by paying attention to what you truly love and value in yourself. Spend some time reflecting on your values and objectives. Sometimes all it takes to rediscover who you are is to pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what's really important to you? Live patiently and with gratitude. Every action and every encounter is a part of the search for who you are. Have faith in this process and keep trying. Recall that you have come too far to turn back and that every day presents a chance to advance. Even though you might feel lost, you can always find who you are. Have faith in your ability to overcome any obstacles and accomplish your goals. Let this trip bring you to true freedom and happiness by walking with courage and faith. Let's get started right away. Rediscover who we are and never give up. The best is yet to come. You've gone too far to turn back. Have faith in your ability to succeed. Live resolutely and with confidence in yourself, and allow the process of discovering who you are to become the most amazing experience of your life. Have faith in your ability to overcome any obstacles and accomplish your goals. Let this trip bring you to true freedom and happiness by walking with courage and faith. Let's get started right away. Rediscover who we are and never give up. The best is yet to come. You've gone too far to turn back. Have faith in your ability to succeed. Live resolutely and with confidence in yourself, and allow the process of discovering who you are to become the most amazing experience of your life.